Hi guys, welcome back to Travel Crafter channel. My name is Renette. Happy weekend. Today's tutorial is on how to make these bookmarkers. So I pretty much use it every day for my devotional book that I have. So it comes in different colors, but the size is all the same. The final size is like 5.5 inches in height or in length, and the width is about 2.5 inches. So these are I'm using a 4.0 millimeter hook. You would need your scissors, your needle, and a marker. That really helps. So right here, I'm showing you the diagram on how to go about making this chevron style crochet bookmark. So we are trying to make a diagonal shape, and it goes from one side to the other side, and then in the middle, that's where we will use our stitch marker, because in the middle we will put 3 stitches in one loop. So these are my yarns that I'm using. It's from Yarn Inspirations, Peyton's Grace. It's a number 3 lightweight size yarn. Showing you here the mess that I did in making use of more than 2 colors than what I will show you in this tutorial. So I will explain to you about it at the end also. What I will be doing tutorial on today is just making use of 2 colors. So here you go. I have the primary color is this pink one. And the secondary color that I use is called the natural. So I'm using hook number 4.0 millimeter. So to start with, we will chain up 18. So chain 18. So for the first row, you yarn over. We will be doing half double crochet, and the first one will be on the second chain from the loop or from your hook. So half double crochet into the second chain from your hook to begin with, and then you chain or do half double crochet for 8 times. So half double crochet is you yarn over and you have 3 loops on your hook, and you pull all the 3 loops together to create the half double crochet. And on your 9th stitch, that is the middle part where the indentation comes from, you would do 3 half double crochet into that one stitch. So 3 half double crochet into one stitch, which is the 9th stitch from your hook, and it should be the middle part. And then now on the other wing, you would do 8 more half double crochets into each stitch until you reach the end. So it will be 8 half double crochet on one side, and then another 8 half double crochet into the other side until you reach the final stitch. Okay, so this is how our bookmark for now looks like. So at the end of your row, you need to chain one and turn your work. Okay, so we will use a different technique here. This time we'll be using just a single crochet, and we will use the third loop from your chain. So I'm showing you here the front and the back loops that we originally have. And then they call this, what I am doing, trying to show you, they call this the third loop. And we will be inserting our hook there and do single crochet. So single crochet back 8 times into each of the stitches that you have. So another 8 single crochet, and just using the third loop instead of the front and the back loops. So go ahead and do that until you reach the 3 stitches that we did in one. So this is now the middle part or the middle chain of that middle loop. So you will put 3 single crochets into that one loop, and then you continue on doing a single crochet using the third loop until you reach the end of the row. So remember, it's always 8 on one side and then another 8 on the other side, and always in the middle you will put 3 single crochets when you are on the back side, and 3 half double crochet when you are on the front side. So that's just a repeat rows 1 and 2. So now I'm picking up my second color, and you do that before you close the loop from the previous color that you were using. Okay, and then chain 1, and you're ready to turn your project. Just try to tighten a little bit your primary yarn. Okay, so this is now the third row. So again, it's a 2 rows repeat pattern. First row is doing half double crochets into each of the 8 loops, and then 3 half double crochets in the middle, and then 8 more half double crochets until you reach your last stitch. So that's your first row repeat. So it's an easy project, especially if you will be doing it just like me, just using 2 colors, but you can use as many colors as you desire, and it doesn't take much yarn. So here it helps me better if I put a stitch marker in the middle of the 3 loops that you do. It helps me keep track of the number of times that I do the half double crochet, just so that I will keep in track of my numbers. Okay, so I'm coming to the end of the row. You have to remember to leave one chain in every row unworked. So just remember to leave one chain unworked in every row at the end of the row. Okay, so this is row number 2. Repeat. It's single crochet into each of the 8 loops using the third chain, or the third loop as we call it. Okay, when you reach your stitch marker, that's the time that you have to do 3 single crochets into one stitch. So it's beneficial if you make use of a marker, just so that you will not be off track with your number of stitches. And then you continue on doing the 8 single crochets until the second to the last chain from the row. And remember always to keep one chain unworked before you turn your project. And the reason for that is because we are doing the 3 chains in the middle, and that's why we keep one chain unworked before you turn your work. I hope that is clear. The diagram that I showed you better explains it all. And at the end of each project, I try to drag along the color that I'm working before I pick up the new color. So again, it's 2 rows repeat, 1 row of half double crochets, and the second row is a row of single crochets using the third loop. So just remember that, and you just keep going doing your project, increasing the height of your project. So again, as I told you, my bookmark ended up 5.5 inches in height or tall, and then 2.5 inches in width. So it's an appropriate size, in my opinion, and the books that I have, it properly fits there. So just go ahead and do that, and hopefully the way I am explaining, you are able to get the idea. So just keep going. It's an easy project. So as you can see here, I'm trying to show you that at the end of each row, like if you have to drag on or to pick up another color, you have to drag the color that you are using at present with you before you work on using the new color, if that makes sense. And making use of the stitch marker here definitely will help you keep track of the number of stitches that you are doing, and especially if you have to work with like keeping three loops, or I mean doing 3 stitches into one loop. So it helped me when I did this project, and hopefully the tip I'm giving you will also be of help to you. Right here, I think I did less stitches than I am supposed to. So I will be correcting my mistake at some point here. So it's better to keep track of your number of stitches. It's very important, just so that you will be consistent especially in the edges of your project. All right, right here, I did a mistake. I did less stitches than what I have to do. So I am defrogging and frogging my project back. And it is this natural color yarn that I made a mistake with. So now I'm retracing my steps, and I have to redo it. And remember, I told you we need to leave 1 chain unworked before you turn your project. So I made a mistake in that. So here I'm trying to do the half double crochets again 8 times before I reach the middle part. Just make sure that you count your number of stitches and that you leave 1 chain unworked before the end of every row. And then you start one on the second chain from the first stitch on every row. So start on the second chain of every row and end with one unchained loop or chain or stitch, I mean, at the end of the row. I don't want to confuse you more than how it looks maybe, but it's just saying that at the start of every row, you start on the second chain from your hook, and at the end of every row, you leave one chain unworked. That is all that I'm saying. Okay, and I apologize that at times I go like really at the edge of the camera. It's my new setup. I'm still trying to get used to it. My setup from before, I'm not able to use it just because the thing that holds my camera on, it broke. So I'm using another setup. So I apologize if at times that I go on the edge of my camera. I apologize for that. But hopefully you are able to understand the concept on making this chevron style crochet stitch for your bookmarks. So from here on, I will just fast forward my work. It's repetitive, so just remember it's a 2 rows repeat. The first row is where you do half double crochets, and the second row repeat is when you do a single crochet using the third loop only. So just go ahead, do all that. And on my project, I did I did 5 rows of each color. So I will end up with the rose color. So I will just keep the camera rolling fast forward, and then I'll meet you back. And don't worry if your project really curls up. The solutions maybe is to block your project after you did it. And otherwise, as how I did, I just put some extra embellishments to like keep the weight on my on the edges of this project. I will show it to you at the end of this project. So we are getting close to the finish line. Remember, I did 5 rows for each of the color that I use. So I am on my 4th row for this natural color yarn. And again, don't worry if your project is kind of curling up. You will be able to correct this by blocking it or just to put some embellishments, whatever will work for you. You would know once you have the feel of the project. Okay, so this is my fifth row using this color, and I will end up my project using my primary rose color. So we are getting close to the end, and I will show you what to do when you reach the last row. So here I'm finally done with my secondary color, and I am now using my primary color, which is the rose one, and I will be doing a single crochet into each of the stitches. So right here at this point you can already cut off or snip off the secondary color. So on this edge, the first stitch on the corner, I will do 3 double crochets and then a single crochet into the succeeding stitches. So that is, I'm now doing the border for my project. So just make sure you put a single crochet into each stitch until you reach the corner where you will put 3 single crochets. And then you do a single crochet again. It's now on the longer side. Just take your time. This will be a little bit difficult since you are working on the edges. Trying to snip off my secondary color and then try to do a single crochet. I'm doing a single crochet like 2 times with each color here. Just try to catch the stitches. So a single crochet until you reach the corner, the top corner, where you will do another 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. So when you reach the top corner, you will do 3 single crochets and then carry on again doing single crochet at the top. And when you reach the indentation in the middle of it, you will do a single crochet decrease. I will show you that once I reach that corner. Here we go. So do a single crochet decrease. So insert your hook. You will have 4 loops in your hook, and then you pull through with all the 4 stitches, and then carry on again doing single crochets until you reach the top corner. So on that top corner you will do 3 single crochets. Okay, so again another single crochet into this longer side now of your work. Do single crochets into each of these side loops until you reach the last stitch. I find it a little difficult to put a single crochet into these edges, just because it seems like there's a lot going on that side. But take your time, try to pick up the stitches and do the same amount of stitches that you did on the previous side. Okay, when you're ready to end, so pick up that loop from your last single crochet and then slip stitch, and you are done. Snip off a little yarn to work with as you end your project. So as I told you, your project will kind of curl in, but you just have to block your project. And I am showing you here the indentions that we did. The hole, like a little hole, will be created, so they should be aligned in one spot. So I'm showing you here a lot of yarn leftovers when I used a lot more colors. So these are my final one. I did like a crisscross, like a cross stitch on top of my project, and it just worked because it put on some weight to it, and my project is therefore not curling in. Same thing that I did here. I put a crisscross or like a cross stitch. This is how it looks like on the back. So it just added some weight, and then I used some embellishments here. These are like the wooden embellishments I have, and these are my final ones. This is just a food for thought for the